Tuneful Toots. Rusty is a little diesel engine who works on the Skarloey Railway on the island of Sodor. Whenever a chance came, he always liked to toot his horn. It had two notes, one high and one low. Rusty thought he had a very tuneful toot, but the other engines thought it was the worst sound they'd ever heard. But Rusty didn't mind. He thought his horn was special. One morning, Sir Topham Hatt had a very important announcement. "Lady Hatt is coming to visit this evening," he boomed. "So I've invited the brass band to have a special concert for her." The engines were very excited. Rusty was the most excited of all. He loved the sound of a brass band. There was a lot to do. Skarloey and Reneus brought tables and chairs. Sir Handel and Peter Sam brought apples and pears from the orchard. And Rusty was assigned to take the brass band. When Rusty arrived at Lower Tidmouth Station, Sir Topham Hatt was waiting with the brass band. Rusty was so excited he couldn't help but to toot his horn. Just then, Thomas arrived. "What was that wonderful sound?" asked Thomas. "That was Rusty," huffed Sir Handel. "He thinks his horn is special, but we don't." "Well, I think it's special," puffed Thomas. This made Rusty very happy. No one had ever liked his horn before. The brass band got on board, and Rusty rolled away. "Don't be back late," called Sir Topham Hatt. But Rusty didn't hear him. He was too busy tuning his horn. "I'm going to give the brass band the best tour of Sodor ever," Rusty thought to himself. Then there was trouble. By the time Rusty had reached the windmill, he began to shudder to a stop. Rusty had made a terrible mistake. He had gone too far, and he had run out of diesel oil. "Now the brass band will never get to the concert in time," he wished sadly. Thomas arrived at Nafford Station with Lady Hatt. But Sir Topham Hatt looked worried. Rusty still hadn't returned with the brass band. All of the engines were worried. The brass band was worried too. "How will we ever get to our concert in time?" cried the band leader. Just then, Rusty blasted his tuneful toot high and low. "If you all play and I toot my horn," Rusty chuffed, "our sound will echo." The band leader thought this was a great idea. He waved his baton, and the brass band began to play. While Rusty continued tooting his horn. Meanwhile, Thomas could hear them from far away. "That's Rusty's horn," he cried. "And the brass band," cried Moby Mac. "It's coming from the windmill," cried Lady Hatt. "Then we'll have the concert there," boomed Sir Topham Hatt. Eventually, all of the engines arrived at the windmill where Rusty was. "We're sorry we made fun of your horn," said Peter Sam. "We now realize that you have the most special sounding horn of all." Rusty felt very pleased indeed. "Let the concert begin," boomed Sir Topham Hatt.